So what I want you to do is take that blue and that sense of being loved and safe, and that's smelling mum and dad, in through your head, retracking all the neurons of your brain. Breathing all that into every cell of your body. When you're ready, into your heart, all those senses, the colour, the smell, the feelings, and shooting it out into the field out here in all different directions. And just let me know when that's done.
Yep.
Okay. And I'll get you to come back to the room when you've gone. Okay. Hello.
How you going?
Okay, how do you feel?
Amazing.
Amazing?
Mm.
Okay. What was the belief of I'm out of control? Out of 100?
So what was the belief?
Yeah, out of 100, the belief of I'm out of control, what would it have been out of 100?
Oh, in that... When
Just
I was
generally, in general life.
Well, I had it scored pretty low when I wrote it down when I first got the sheet, but this experience shows me it's probably about 70.
Okay. Thinking about that now, after dealing with that, what percent would you give it?
About a 20.
Brilliant.
Mm.
Okay. That drop of 50% means that your vibration is now gone down by 50%. I'd be happy with 5%. Okay, so that is a massive drop. Yeah. Do you have any physical ailments at all?
Yes.
Tell me.
Kidney.
Kidney?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anything else? Any throat related?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, a bit of reflux.
Bit of reflux.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So who knows where that come from? Well, I could work it out with you, but not right here. But yeah, because it'll be some event where you can swallow some information.
Mm.
Okay. Whether it's that one or not, I don't know. But metamedicine, we're using metamedicine. I can actually use feeling, and this is why I like Matrix and being able to tap on somebody. I can actually go by the shock conflict that can actually start a disease process by feeling her hands, and if she went really cold, that's where I need to be, okay? To dissolve that one. Because yes, you can have a number of traumatic events, but there are the shock conflicts where you feel helpless and a threat to survival that can actually be the precursor to a disease process down the track. And you know, medical intuitives, my understanding is they don't read your body, do they? They don't look inside your body, they're reading your energy field. So they can see in your energy field what's potentially happening physically, okay? All right. How was that for you?
Yeah, it was good, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very, very present with that person, that little girl.
Yeah.
Mm.
Was she really real? She's
Sorry?
very, very real?
Extremely real.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And just go off and do, you don't even have to tell them what to do, they just naturally, once the trauma's released, they go and do what's necessary, don't they?
Mm.
Like we didn't go and tell her to go and hug her parents, but once the fear had gone, she was able to do that. Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Carol. Okay. Did you notice in that process how much work did I actually do? Not a lot. And that's why I made it, because all the work should really be done by the client. They're the ones that know what they needed at the time. They're the ones with all the information. I'm just there to facilitate, okay? It is very, very profound work. People, you know, we don't hypnotise, but when people are in that state, they are in a very deep trance, and that's why I actually don't do sessions more than an hour and a half, because people, even after an hour, if we're doing quite intense memories, will just go, I just can't do any more. It's just, but in a good way. You know, it just gets to that point of, oh, I'll do that next time. Quite profound, very, very profound work at a really core level. It doesn't really get much more core than that, does it? Where you're stepping in there. All right, so, and that process, if working on a baby in utero, step into the picture, let's talk to you as that little embryo. I've actually worked with a lady that was a what's the word, not seed, egg, knowing that she wasn't wanted, and we stepped in and actually worked with her as an egg with the sperm hurtling towards her. Okay? Interesting how you tap on an egg that hasn't got arms and legs, but anyway, or a head. All right, conclusion. Okay. Benefits of matrix reimprinting. Very easy to use, to the point where if you've just got EFT level 1 and 2, you don't need a gap between the two to then learn matrix. Carl teaches a 5-day course. People will come on to EFT level 1 knowing nothing about EFT, do level 1, level 2 matrix in 5 days, and come out the other side very adept to be able to use this process, okay? Because all the work's done by the client. It's just you're there to facilitate, okay? Quickly finds core issues. Do you see how easy that was? Okay, so the belief was I'm not in control. The actual belief was I am powerless. Okay, and a lot of fear around that. Locates pre-conscious trauma so easily. I've had people come to me and say, I can't remember stuff below the age of 6. Yeah, that's right, that's typical, but can have you there in minutes. I've had somebody that came to see me about that, and within minutes we were there below the age of 6. Okay, creates a positive belief. So finding out the learning from what happened. Allows forgiveness and wisdom to be gained. Sends a message to the body that the trauma is over. That's that re-imprinting process. Rewrites your past. Oh, I didn't ask you. Sorry. Where are you? Oh, there you are. When you look back at... Oh, sorry. When you look back at that picture, what do you see? So the original picture was that, you know, you're in your bedroom, mum and dad are arguing. What do you see when you look back there now?
Is it on? I see the picture that we concluded with
Mum and dad and you in
three
the
of
bed?
us, yeah, together, yeah.
Yeah, and that is now permanently rewritten, so there's no powerlessness there. It's an empowered picture. Is that right?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Powerfully utilises the law of attraction. If you've got, so for some, all right, let's put it in context of bullying, because I'm very passionate about that. If somebody has the belief in that when they've been bullied that I am weak and I deserve this, or whatever it might be, you may as well have bully me written on my head. Because how many kids do we know they get bullied at home, they then go to school, they get bullied. What's going to happen in the workplace? They're going to get bullied, aren't they? Because it's in their law of attraction. All of a sudden, like, they experienced it, and what happens is we recreate it, we self-sabotage, okay, because it's in our field, and people will be drawn to us. When you do this work, that's no longer there, and people find that people treat them very differently because their law of attraction's changed. Okay, beliefs are based on local images held in our matrix. So, like I was saying, it's the pictures that we have in our subconscious and the meaning we have attached to them, okay? Yes, trauma, we need to discharge the freeze response, we need to tap away the fear, whatever it might be, but it's all about the image that we have and what we made it mean, the belief, okay? On a subconscious level, these pictures are real, live memories happening now, okay? So you are still listening to that 7-year-old, that 5-year-old, that 2-year-old, whatever they were thinking at the time. The disruption of our body's energy system can be traced back to these disruptive holographic images held in the matrix. The matrix, by the way, is our field, our energy field. There's all different names for that, isn't there? But we call it the matrix. These holographic memories are about the perceived environment, and it's all about the perception, isn't it? It's what we make it mean. Environment eventually change our cells, behaviour and DNA when we can change the pictures. Our past, current and future pictures are influencing our physical, emotional and spiritual well-being. Because what do we do when we think about the future? We see ourselves doing something and invariably it's quite often negative, isn't it? So we're actually living into our negative pictures as well. And with Matrix, we actually do future re-imprinting, where we can actually go into the future and look at that negative picture that we're seeing and work backwards to find out why you're feeling that way. What's going on in your past that you are seeing your future from that perspective, okay? And finally, if we change these images, we change the past, and the old beliefs change, and this allows the body to adjust to a more resourceful view of the world. So many clients say to me when they go out of a session, I see the world in a totally different perspective, and people treat me in a totally different way. It's really quite powerful. The stress then goes away, and the immune system can heal any disease. When you heal these wrong beliefs, you will also heal the blocks to success, prosperity, relationships and happiness. And our motto is, it's never too late to have a happy childhood, which is very true. Okay, how much time do I have? 5 minutes. Any questions? Is that all right? Ask questions? Hand up and wait for microphone. Or else Steve will get nasty.
Is it on? Oh, is it on? Right. I've heard that from some of the material I've read, I've heard that it's not so much that the DNA changes, but the activation of the DNA potential alters.
Okay, yeah.
Is it that the DNA actually changes? Because I'd like
It alters. It alters depending on the trauma that you've experienced and the belief system that you have, yeah. Okay. So it will alter at a biological level, yeah.
Right, thank you.
Yeah. But, and it'll alter in a negative way because of the trauma, but when you get the healing, it will also heal, like change on a positive note, like to get back on track, I suppose, if you will. Yeah. Thanks, Linda. Yep. Oh, sorry, yep, sorry.
Just a couple of quick ones. Are there people that it wouldn't be indicated with? So
that wouldn't be?
People that you wouldn't use it with? Or people...
Psychological illness. I have worked with people with schizophrenia, for example, but very, very stable. Okay, so I wouldn't be going there, and I'm quite confident with what I'm doing. And I have the resources to deal with whatever comes up. Other than that, no. I've worked with just recently, a young lad, suicidal at the age of 12, one session, all the overwhelm and the suicidal feelings gone. And progressing really well now. I've used it with a 6-year-old. Tad of a challenge because she's in that different brain pattern, but I recently worked with a 7-year-old little boy who came to me and said, my smile has run away. We did 3 memories. We worked, was it 2 or 3? 3 memories. At the end of this, and I actually got him to draw his face, okay, and he drew a flat line for his mouth at the end of the session. Well, even with 3/4 an hour in, actually, I got him to redraw his face, and he drew like, oh, here we go. I knew I'd need this for something. He just went eyes, nose, mouth, teeth. Ha ha ha. And his mum came and collected him, and as soon as he walked out of the room, she just went, whoa, because his energy was so different. He was a different child, and that was all Matrix. Yeah, changing the belief. It was all about the beliefs and what he was perceiving to be going on. Yeah.
And I was just wondering if you could comment on people that it hadn't worked with?
Hadn't worked with? Okay. It's not that it doesn't work. It absolutely works. I'm telling you now, I could stand here for the next fortnight. Those of you who know Matrix know me, and all the stories that I have, to being past life Apaches, and Apache didn't talk foreign language and stuff. The people that don't tend to use it effectively are those that have been brought by others. Wife brings husband along who has the belief